Ramirez.
Hello, I'm Martin Ramirez, and I'm going to be showing you how to make ceviche. Now, the ceviche I'm making is an imitation crab style ceviche. Now, this can be made with a lot of different stuff. People make it with shrimp, fish, and even ground beef, believe it or not. But the thing about ceviche is that for most of this, the actual lime juice actually cooks the ceviche. So if you make it with ground beef, you actually don't need to cook it or anything. You can just make it with raw beef and then just have the limes cook everything. And that's the same way with some of the fish ones too. But I use imitation crab because I'm not actually gonna. This is already cooked, so it's honestly the safest way to do it because it's already cooked. If you eat it with fish or shrimp or really ground beef, you can actually die. Well, you can get sick because it's not cooked. So, but this is already cooked, so it's good. So what I'm doing here is I'm pretty much just kind of scrambling the imitation crab all over the place. You can do it as thick or as thin as you want. You can see these, they kind of strand tiny, but I like to do the bigger ones just because why not? And the rest of the really main parts of the ceviche are whatever you use as I guess meat, and the tomatoes, onions, and cilantro. Now I'm going to be using cucumbers as well, but that's just because I really like cucumbers, and that's the way we've made it for many moons. So that's what I'm going to be doing, and it could be eaten with. I guess we eat it with tostadas. I've eaten it just spoonfuls without anything with it. You can eat it with chips. It's kind of like a healthy alternative, to some of the other junk foods available. But yeah, I choose tostadas just because it's the way we've always done it. Another, you can put a lot of different vegetables on there, but really you can't. The must-haves are tomatoes and onions and cilantro, and of course lime, because you need the lime. You need the lime juice to actually cook the ceviche. I will also be using salt. I've never actually made my ceviche with salt before. I've had it with salt before, and it tastes, honestly, to me, it tastes the same because the lime juice kind of counteracts it. And another fun little fact about limes, which makes me sound really lame, but in Spanish, limon is the lime, and it's not the lemon. So for the longest time, I was used to calling the lemon limon, even though it was the other way around. But yeah, this process takes pretty long time. The rest of the ingredients have to be added. I guess you got to kind of see the ratio which you want them. I personally like a lot of cucumber, which is why I diced a lot of cucumbers before. I'm not a big fan of a lot of onion on ceviche, just because you really start getting the taste of onion. I do like some of it, that's why it's a little bit there. But yeah, for the most part, this is the part that really takes quite a bit of time, as you can see. Let's see. But, well, how about that? We're also going to be adding some of them that I've already brought some pre whatever you want to call this process done, and so to kind of get a little more. But after the break, we're going to be adding the rest of the stuff. So now a message from our sponsors. So please enjoy.
Do you wake up with a stiff neck? Do you suffer from pain or tension throughout the day like this young man? There is a solution. Neck Aid.
Hey man, try this.
What is it?
It's Neck Aid.
Neck Aid will soothe and calm your muscles so you feel rested and energized throughout the day.
Get Neck Aid!
Hello, welcome back. So last time we did I guess we ripped the imitation crab to shreds, and so we've got a pretty good amount here. Now I'm going to add the vegetables. Now I'm going to add these kind of sparingly and kind of mix it to make sure it's getting a good ratio of stuff. I don't want to put too many of one thing. It'll kind of beat the flavor out of some other stuff. So I'm going to add some tomatoes here and kind of mix it all up, as you can see. And it's kind of hard to see the tomatoes in this just because it's kind of red along with the imitation crab. Like I said, this could be done with other fish, I guess, as long as they don't really have scales, because you don't want to kill yourself. But yeah, I've actually never had it with ground beef. That's actually something I learned recently. But yeah, I would not want to try that, to be honest with you. Okay, that's good on the tomatoes. Gonna add onions now. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not gonna add as much onions because I could already smell it. That it's kind of a strong order, and I don't really want that much onion on mine. Maybe a little more, but that's about it. Okay. Okay. Now I'm gonna do the cilantro, and the cilantro, I really like the cilantro and the cucumber because they really make the look of the ceviche. They make it look really, really nice. They make it look really good because of all the color, and it actually looks like the colors of my people, of the Mexicans, and yeah, I think it's really nice. Okay. All right. So you can see it's kind of getting that color now. Now I'm thinking about adding all the cucumber because, like I said, I really like cucumber, and yeah, it's gonna make it look really nice. Let me see. Okay, we'll go that for now. Okay, I might need to add a little more cucumber, but for now that's good. Now I'm gonna put some of the lime on there. I cut up 6. I did a little more just in case, but this one's you kind of have to try it after you put a certain amount. So I'm gonna go with, say, like 3 or 4, and then maybe do that. But yeah. And for this, you kind of have to get it all over and stir it every now and then because you do want the flavor to go in there. And after this is done also, you want to keep it refrigerated. And maybe you want to wait a little bit after it's done to kind of make it, to kind of get the acids and everything to kind of give the flavor a little more for the ceviche and everything else in it. The lime is probably the most important part, especially if you're making it with raw meats or like raw fish. You really want to put a lot of lime juice in there because the acids of the lime is actually what cooks everything. So without this, if you make something with raw fish or like raw ground beef, you're probably gonna die. That's not true. But you're probably not gonna. It's probably not gonna be as good because it's not really cooked. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna add a bit more cucumber. I'm probably gonna stop with the lime for a little bit, and I will add a little bit of salt. But like I said, this actually I'm probably going excessive with the cucumber, but that's just because I really like cucumber. Let's see. Okay. Now I'm gonna add a little bit of salt and do that same thing, kind of stir it up. There's no specific way to make the salt, but I'm not gonna put a lot, just to be safe. Okay, and there you have it. That is how you make ceviche. You can also eat it with tostadas, other food of my people. And yeah. Enjoy. Maybe.